Good morning, everybody. It's not Friday, is it? It's Saturday, I think. Oh heck, I don't know. I think it's Saturday. I hear a lot of activity out in the hallway, so people that work. There are a few people couple, maybe one that works in the building. Anyway, happy holidays coming up, baby, coming up. So we're gonna open our thing, and I got a box today from Mary, quite contrary. And I got some bad news. Bad news is on my knitted shawl, I it just didn't look like the you know how you look at the picture and then you see what you're doing, you go, somehow that is just not jiving. It doesn't look right. So I kept thinking and thinking, and I said, well, I think I better rip this out. So I ripped it out to the point where the pattern starts. And I'll tell you what I did. I am not an experienced pattern reader, especially a knitting pattern. I've improved over the years, but on crochet patterns, I'm fine with those. But knitting patterns, I've never been that, Usually I just take a certain, um, a certain, oh, I got a brain fart. Sorry. Can't remember what I was going to say. Anyway, so I frogged it back to the beginning of the pattern. And what I was doing, they said, repeat 1 through 12 until you reach 133 stitches. So I went back to 1 and I did it exactly the way it said, which is what I shouldn't have done. It was just a guideline to follow that pattern until you reach 133 stitches. So I goofed up there because I said, where's, it's just not looking right. So anyway, that's the bad news. Good news is we get to pick another, let's see, that's 3, so must be 4. 5, here's 4. Ooh, I think it's multicolored. All right, number 4. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, oh my gosh, this has got both of my favorite colors in it. Is that not gorgeous? It's got the sort of a tealish, bluish, teal color and orange. Isn't that? So we've got, look at all these colors. Is that 3? That's 3. Here it is in this one. Look at these colors. Aren't they beautiful? I can't wait to make something with these. Yes, thank you for your comments because I haven't done it yet because I've been busy with doing other stuff. But anyway, thank you for your comments about looking for what to do with Hank Advent. And so I'm going to look those. I'm going to look at them, but not right now. But aren't these beautiful colors? Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my gosh. Can you imagine your 2 favorite colors together like that? Ooh. Oh, I see. Wow. Boy, aren't they pretty? And that's the ply paw. Anyway, you know what it is. No, you don't. Paw Ply Yarns Company. And they're all so soft. Especially this pink one. This pink one's really soft. Well, they're all soft, but the pink is a little softer. But aren't they pretty? Thank you so much. Thank you. So we'll put this away till tomorrow. Number 4 goes in the trash. This goes down. I'm just so anxious. You know, Mary, it doesn't say don't open till Christmas. She just sent me this box. Oh, it might be wrapped. Something might be wrapped. We'll see. Okay, Mary from California. I love you so much. Mary, Mary, Mary. Let's see what she said. I do have a box cutter, one of those little round things, you know. But you know what? It's too little and I can't find it. Well, I guess if I picked up stuff and put it in the proper place, I'd be able to find things. Ooh. Ooh. Box out of the way. And throwing boxes away like crazy. I gotta go to the garbage pit. Market bags. Look at this. 2 crochet. That's all. Is that the one I did? Looks like it. Oh. Has all kinds of market bags in it. Here they are back here. Look. I like that one. Huh. Very nice. But doesn't that look like the one I did with the, maybe it's a little bigger, but similar. Well, thank you so much. I heard something back there. I think it's just something. They're very nice indeed. Thank you so much. This is Annie's Crochet. And all the beautiful. That's so pretty. Love that. Aw, look what she sent. A little Christmas pin. Now you know I'm going to put it on a coin purse, right? So I have to make some. I sold all the ones that I had. Someone bought them for a group. Baby marble double knit. Oh, baby stuff. Oh, honey, I just sent the. If you're going to make any more, maybe you should send directly to the reservation because I did send out my final boxes, but I will send these. But beautiful. Isn't that a beautiful? Isn't that a pretty? Oh, it smells so good too. Oh, it's so pretty. I'll keep this for myself. No. Isn't that pretty? Ooh. And here's another one. Oh, that is so pretty. I just smell. Oh, they're so pretty. Oh, look at this one. Ooh, I recognize this. Isn't that pretty? Let's see. Let's open it up. Isn't that pretty? Beautiful blankets for the babies. Thank you so much, Mary. But starting, after this, you can mail them directly to, this is by Cascade Arms Pinwheel. Right there. And there's the little hat. Cute little hat to go with this. So cute. And baby marble double knit. Those are the yarns that she used. So I will get these in a box. I'm glad I threw all my boxes away. And I will mail these to the reservation. But in the future, Mary, just mail them directly to them. And if you need the address, I'd be happy to provide it for you. That is so cool. Thank you so much. And thank you for my little Christmas tree. That is so cute. That is so cute. And my book, my market book. Okay. The little bracelets are all gone. And thank you so much for your wonderful response. In fact, I've got the addresses already done. And I talked to my sister, and she needs 14, so I was a little bit shy. But I decided to go ahead and cut some more fabric. So these are little light. So I'm going to make little, I need to make her more because I didn't have quite 14. And I also, I had some of this extra, see with the hat on. So I'm going to make some bags out of the flamingos. I got some of that material. So yeah, so I got, and you saw the other ones. I do not believe I looked, but I'll look again. I don't think I have any more of the gnomes. I do have some cut to do, a to-go bag. And I still want to do the to-go bag, so I won't cut those up, but I could. So anyway, so I've got these to make. And then, I got a request for a large bag and then a blanket bag. And she likes just the plain old fashioned kind of fabric. So I found two because I'd love to make the big bags because that way I could use up a lot of my yarn fabric. So I don't know what I did with the thing. But anyway, if you're watching, this is what I picked out. This is going to be for the really big blanket bag. And the sparkly, this will be the lining. But isn't that going to be pretty? I think that's really going to be a pretty large bag. And I'll put probably use I use a little this kind of canvas for the handles. So I think I'll use white. It's off white. So I'll use that for the handles and then a drawstring. So that's for the large one. And then I love this fabric. It's one of my fave. I think it's sort of old fashioned, and it's the teacups. So I was going to do the large one in the teacups and use this as the lining. See, and it brings the teacups out, I thought. So anyway, so I've got that planned to do. And another one over here that I planned. I finished one, but do you want to see it? Yeah, I'll show it to you. I have it all wrapped up, but I'll wrap it up. A very good friend asked me to make this for her when she saw the fabric. And you all probably saw it too. And I believe that Mary sent it to me. So yeah, I should show you. I'm going to back up a little bit so you can see. Look at that. Now you see me, right? And that's how big it is. It's a 3-inch box bottom on the ends, and then I put I have the strap here, and then it has a drawstring too, so you can hold it like that. But it's to hold lots and lots of yarn or blankets. So I've got one more to make like this. I will say this is very time consuming because handling all this fabric, but I don't get this much yarn. And this is kind of heavy yarn, heavy fabric. It's a different fabric. But anyway, it'll hold lots of yarn, and it'll blankets, that if you're making big blankets. So yeah, so I love this. I do. I love this. Isn't that pretty? That's the New York skyline, I think. I believe it is. But isn't that? It's called City of Lights. I think it's called something like that. And I believe this was also. It was given to me. The fabric. I think Mary sent it to me. So Mary, if you remember that you sent this to me, you see what I'm making, right? I'm making 2 big, huge bags for them. So that is, in the lining I used the sparkly sort of gold, and then I found my black, and so I made a couple pockets, one on each side, out of the black sparkle. So yeah, so that is ready to go. I do most of, oh, you can't hear me. I do most of my sewing at night because it's cooler in here. Um, I tried to sew a little bit yesterday, and it got too hot. So the sun comes right in that window. I do have the blackout drapes, but then I closed them last night, so it feels a little bit cooler in here. Well, maybe because it's only 55 degrees outside. So anyway, so I showed you that one, and I also made, oh, I made this for somebody. See, that's why I wanted to keep the gnome. See, it has little go-to bag. Isn't that cute? And then it has the little handle in the middle. And the middle is little yarn balls. Isn't that cute? Don't mind the sewing. I'm one for going over things twice. I don't know. And it might not be right online, but anyway, it's sturdy. It's nice and sturdy. So yeah, so I finished this for a customer or a yarny friend. Should call them. So that one's done. And then she also is getting this. Isn't this cute? So yeah, so that's all done. So I've been doing a little bit each day, and then I take a nap, and then I come back and do another little bit. So yeah, so I'm catching up on things. So that's good. I'm gonna sit back and do that other big bag today because these are Christmas things. So I want to get those done. So yeah, and I'm gonna work on my bags. I do a little ironing and then just sew those little suckers up. And I'm using all my leftover ribbons that I've used, that I have little pieces left to run through the bags. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun. So anyway, I think that's it. Can't think of anything else to tell. Oh, I know what I want to tell you. Last night I was getting ready to, cut off my computer out in the living room. I forgot to shut that door, so you're seeing my mess over there. Let me see. Oh, let me go over here a little bit. So anyway, oops. Let me see. So anyway, let's take all my teeth. Anyway, so I was watching. I was getting ready to turn it off, and I was on YouTube, and all of a sudden the thing caught on an interview with Red Skelton. Red Skelton. Do y'all remember Red Skelton? Anybody that's under 60 probably doesn't remember him. But it was the only long interview that he did with this lady in Canada. And I just sat there and laughed. Man, he was talented. He painted oil paints. He painted clowns, landscapes, everything. He painted. He was he wrote music and orchestrated it. So all his music that you hear when he was on stage was written and for the orchestra and songs. He wrote songs. He did all of that. Plus, he made jewelry. He made jewelry. God, he was just, and he wrote books. He wrote children's books, poems. And every morning he got up at, I think he said 5:30. And between 5:30 and 9:30, the first thing he would do was to write a note to his wife. And he said she had hundreds and hundreds of pages of notes from him that he wrote to her. And then he would, in this, 6, 7, 8, in these 4 hours, he would write notes, poems, 5 things that he wanted to accomplish, 5 things he did. He just wrote everything down. He did not talk on the telephone. He said one time, and what turned him off, and they asked him, why don't you talk on the telephone? He said that he was in the presence of a gentleman, and the phone rings because they were having a conversation. The phone rings. He says, "Wait just a minute. It's a friend of mine. I'll get rid of him." So he answers the phone, and then he pulls the phone away. He says, "It's this asshole." So he puts the phone back, and he says, "You wouldn't believe it, why he did that." And they put it back. And he said, ever since then, I don't want to talk on the phone because you don't know what they're saying behind your back, right? So anyway, so he didn't talk on the phone. He he had some weird things that he didn't like to do, or it was unbelievable. He didn't like water in his face. He what else was it? It was just all kinds of things that happened to him in his youth affected his whole life. Affected his whole life. But God, was he creative. I said, if it had been, he probably would have been a crocheter or a knitter. I mean, he had such a talent. And once the 9:30 came, then the rest of the day he would either paint or he was just planning for the next gig. I would say gig or whatever. And it just amazed me. This man did. Now I know when he did this interview, he was 80 years old, and that was in 1972. I don't know I didn't look it up. I should, but I will. What year he died and all that good stuff. It's just a little tidbit to tell you. I don't know if you've ever. He had all these characters. He had a hat, and that hat he could change to any character that he wanted. But it was quite interesting, and I think if anybody wants to laugh and have fun, clean fun. And he owned all rights to the 20 years that he was on television. He had the rights to his movies, to his TV shows, and everything. And he never released them, or at least while he was alive. And he said it was up to his wife. So, what she wanted to do with them, whatever his wishes were. So I have to read up more on it, but I just thought it was kind of interesting. So anyway, if you want to, read up on somebody from our history, he did make history. I think you'd like him if you've never heard of it. All right, Red Skelton Day is over, so I guess I'll say goodbye and I'll get back to my knitting. I'm going to do some. It is kind of warm in here. I might try to figure out my knitting, where I am, and when I start this over again. And I want to make sure I'm right. I might call Chevy and ask her. She might. I think today's Saturday, right? Oh, she might be home. So I'll check with her, and then I will talk to you good people later. Tomorrow. Every day. I'll talk to you later, everybody. Anyway, check up on Red Skelton, and you shall see. Happy holidays.